Hello everyone, it is time for another edition of Old Try Hard Gaming with me, RollCageTV. You know, they say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which I admit is not a lot of times, but it is a whole lot of frustration that I hope is behind me, but I don't know if it is or not. Whole lot of shortcuts that turned out not to be short. If you watched the last few episodes, this is a brand new, this is a brand new stream. Last stream was 6+ hours long, nearly 6 hours, 6 episodes, nearly an hour long episodes. And I seem to get, the last 4 of them or so seem to get not much done. Because I was trying to pack a bunch of logs, long logs into a load a bunch of logs unpacked into a trailer, and then things kept going south and sideboard trailer. Because you can only carry 1 load of long logs at a time, and I had 5 loads to carry, so I took 2 with just the 1 truck with the loading, with the trailer, and then with the regular logging trailer, and then I tried to, take 3 of them over to a different place, closer, with the sideboard semi-trailer, load them into the trailer loose, unpacked, because you can get 9 of them, which is 3 loads worth, easily, into that sideboard semi-trailer. Easily meaning they will all fit eventually, but not so easily if things keep falling over and dropping, and long logs are hard to deal with, and I just had a bad time of it. I would have probably done better just taking the logging trailer, but I have 3 loads packed into 1 truck, and then I still have to transfer them over. Here they are. Here are the 9 logs, packed into 1 trailer, which is 3 loads worth. Whoa, sorry, wrong button. All right, there they are. And now, let's see. Now I can go back and look at everything. All right. And so that horn, I hope it wasn't as loud in yours as it wasn't mine. It probably was. This truck has a loud horn. But now I finally got them all packed in the trailer. I had to, and if you watched the last few episodes, if you didn't, it was lots of fun. But I couldn't pull in there with all of those stumps everywhere. You can see, maybe you can see, there's stumps everywhere around that little loading box. And I couldn't get the trailer close enough so that when I pulled in and shifted my truck around so that the crane would work, I couldn't get the trailer close enough to actually transfer them from the load zone, which is, on the other side of the yellow box, the manual loading zone, over the trailer. So I had to pull the trailer farther away and then take them off of the loading zone, move them over, dump them on the ground, then reposition the truck, pick them back up off the ground, stick them in the trailer. Yeah, none of that was worth it. And that's somewhat is unique because of this particular loading zone. This particular loading zone is very difficult to get in and out of. Most loading zones at logging stations, you could just drive right up and you're in the zone, you transfer them over. But this one, you can see it's way set back away from the trail, and I hadn't taken that into consideration. Anyway, I'm going up here to transfer them to the actual truck that has taking them to the truck that actually has the lumber. Do I have to go? I can go straight here, okay. I think, yes. That has the logging trailer, and then I will be able to hopefully transfer them easier. Getting them out of this trailer, getting the first load out of the trailer should be easier. Getting the second load out usually you have to dump the trailer over because 6 of them pack really tight together. And I might just dump them all over anyway. One load of these have to go to a very difficult spot. And then another load, 2 loads, have to go to a less difficult spot. So I'm going to load one in and then take them to that spot and then bring them back. It's not actually not that far. I would have been just as well off getting taking the other. Well, as it turns out, I would have been better off just shuttling the same truck back and forth 5 times as far as time consumption and frustration goes. But I didn't know that at the time. I went down this path. And part of my 100% is not waste any cargo. So once I got the logs on the ground, once I got the logs on the ground, I wasn't going to just delete them and pick up new ones. I don't delete stuff on the map unless it's absolutely necessary, which it turns out is going to be absolutely necessary because I can't. I'm a little distracted because my headset is not sounding right. I'm getting a weird echo. I have to change some setting on it, which I can't do right now. But now speaking of being distracted, now I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh well, whatever. I forgot. Oh, I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this game. Kick the clutch. Kick the clutch. This is, I'm so close to being done though. I have this to do, well, not in terms of time wise. I'm so close to being done in terms of items to tick off that need to be done. I have, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about the 100%. Taking off, I'm going to have lots of stuff to clear off of the map because there's more temporary cargo than can possibly be used in the tasks that I need to use them in, tasks and contracts. So, because I'm getting rid of all the temporary cargo on the map, I pick everything up off the ground, I take everything from the locations that have a limited supply. I'm going to end up driving around with a scout truck, manually loading stuff and then deleting it from the loading platform, like over and over again. Because there's stuff everywhere, like go to framing sites and delete everything, and go to, there's so many things on this map. You have way more than enough. I don't know if you can get soft locked. I think there's permanent, there are permanent resources for everything that you could use on the map. They may be inconvenient, but theoretically, if they only had limited supply of cargo for things, like you needed so many iron bars and you keep deleting the iron bars you pick up at the temporary locations for one reason or another. Hey, Squirrel, how you doing? I hope I'm doing better today than I was. Maine can soft lock you? See, I was wondering if you can get soft locked anywhere because you run out of cargo. Well, that's not good. What do you do if you get soft locked? You're just messed up. You can't bring cargo from another map. You have to like start a new game. If I had to get soft locked on Maine and I have to, spend another 3 years getting this, doing this series all over again, another 5 years, whatever, that would really stink. New game. Well, that's not good. I hope that there is some excess, right? Like, you know, there isn't an exact number that you need, because you may end up, you know, you might end up losing cargo in a river or something that drifts downstream. There's no way to get it. A little bit farther. Yeah, just don't delete cargo. All right. Okay, I think I can get these out of here one load, but after that, I'm going to have to dump the trailer over. It seems like there's extra cargo, but not quite sure. Yeah, let's hope so. Because, yeah, if you end up having to start a whole new game or skip that region just because, you know, you lost cargo down the river, that would be pretty bad. Pretty bad design. All right. How many hours is it going to take me to unload this cargo? You know, it's just been a few days since I played, like 2 days since I played, and I can't remember how to operate the crane. It's not quite true. Let's see. You can't zoom in when you're working the crane. It'd be nice if you could zoom in. Gotta get this pine right in between. Okay, that may not work because I'm caught on the other one, but that's okay because it's okay because all I need to do is get it away from the other ones, and I failed in doing that. I'm gonna have to just dump it. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to dump it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Get in the seam there. I just need to get this away from the other logs. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it's gonna fall. I don't want it to fall over there. It's gonna fall over there. I'm not gonna be able to prevent that. This is gonna be such a terrible... Oh, is that really gonna stay there? I don't believe that's going to stay there. Amazingly enough, I got like a perfect balance point. I was very lucky. Okay, I was going to say, let's find a place to drop it. I'm not going to have a good balance point now. I should have just gone ahead and dumped the trailer. Oh, just got it before it rolled too far away. But that's not a good balance point. Nope, that's a lousy balance point. Let's see what I can do here. Really, I'm usually much better at this log crane than I've showed over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes, usually. But I've really had a struggle with this. I'm a little bit too far forward, too. I should back up a little, I think. I know I can't put this quite all the way up to the front. I tried that before, and too far forward. I can check it. Okay, now let's get the crane out of the way, switch to the other truck, and see if I'm getting a green dot or not. Yeah, is there a green dot? Is there any dot? Hello? The thing is on, right? Oh, I have to pull the menu up to see it. Okay. I shouldn't have to do that, but I have to pull the menu up. Okay. Yes, the dot is green. I didn't realize I had to do that. That's okay. Now I know. Okay. Am I going to be able to get another one out of here now? My plan was to dump the trailer after I got this first load out of here. I know I can't get a second load out of here. But I pulled the trailer up not in a good spot. I'm going to try to grab... It's kind of dangerous to grab two at once, but... Am I hooked on there? No, I'm hooked on that. Yeah. I'm not going to keep doing this. I know what the right way is to do it. I'm just going to do it that way. Why can't I see the other side? You should be able to see both sides. I can't dump the thing over unless I can see the other side. Ah! No! Release the winch! I'm doing so bad at this! I'm doing so bad at this. Now I can't... I can only see the back. Do I need to get a loading crane out here? Stop the engine. No, don't stop the engine. Get this thing out of the way. I'm getting a third truck out here with a loading crane. I'll use the crane. This has been such a disaster. I hate myself. Okay. Where's the other truck? It's not here. Where's the other truck? It's on the map? No, it's on the map. Okay. Oh. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I just want my loading screen. There it is. I don't even feel like talking. And that's something that I always feel like talking. That's very rare for me. I don't feel like talking. Okay, let's dump this trailer over. And I'll have 9 logs on the ground that I have to pick up off the ground, which is also not pleasant. But hopefully I'll be able to do it. Let's push it into the right spot as well. I should have... I should have moved it, the trailer, but I didn't. Okay, now, Actually, I don't want to tip it that way. I want to tip it the other way, don't I? Otherwise, the log's going to be too far away. This button. Oh, I can't even hit any button right. Launch control. There. Okay. Now. There. Dump. There you go. Now they're all going to be in the way, but that's okay. I don't care. Okay, get this back out of the way. No, the truck's going to fall over now. Okay. I'm not panicking. Oh, go back and watch some of the other episodes when I was actually more competent at doing this crane stuff. This is terrible. I'm really getting upset at myself. Let's hope I can do this without it tipping over. Oh, let's put the brake on. Oh, and of course there's one in there. Well, I get the one out. I'll worry about that next time. I just want to get 3 logs on that thing. This is going to be a big enough challenge. Well, I was going to move the trailer, but now I can't. I've got 1 log in there. Can't move the trailer. Can I just start over again? Can I reload my save file? I wish you could do save states. Actually, let's do this in case I have to move that trailer, which I probably will do. What? Oh, I've never put a low saddle on this thing? It is a low saddle, right? Huh. It's a different saddle than is on the other ones? Okay. Only been playing the game for, Okay, I'm not actually gonna move. I have to move the trailer. I have to get that log out of there somehow. I'm just gonna pick it up with the logging crane with the other truck, I think. Dump it on the ground and then use this truck to go move it. Although it doesn't matter what truck I use to move it. I could have used the other truck to move it. That one? Yeah, gonna pick it up with the logging crane. Gonna pull the log out of there and just dump it on the ground next to the other ones. I'm gonna have to move that other truck because there isn't enough room. Gotta get pretty close here. I gotta reach past it in order to dump it. Is that good? A little bit farther? Okay. Oh, so frustrating. Maybe it's because I've been playing the game too much. This is a makeup. The last of the makeup streams, there was a bug. It wasn't a critical bug, but you could lose progress. And since I was streaming, and there was a workaround, but since I was streaming, I wasn't going to risk it. Since I was streaming, I didn't want to risk it. And so I stopped playing SnowRunner for like almost 2 weeks. Yeah, I wanted it on the other ones. I didn't want it in the way, but that's okay. I'm cool. Let's get this trailer out of here. We'll get the truck. Oh, and the log is in the way now. I can't get to the trailer. Yeah, now tip the truck over in this ditch. That would be perfect. That would be exactly what I want to do. And that ditch threw off my steering. Okay. You get the log in a good spot. All right. Get this trailer out of the way. I'm not sure even what out of the way is. And the other truck can go back and sell it. Does that clear the road? A little farther. Oh, okay. Now, can I switch trucks? Probably not. Okay. Now I've got to move this thing. Oh, and it's already got one log on it. I can't move it. I'll lose the log. I'm going to have to move it. And there isn't really room to move it anyway. Oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah, that trailer is going to be difficult to attach to. Because I was planning on not dumping the trailer, didn't give myself enough room. I could have done all this in the garage parking area and had plenty of room, but I moved it up here, and I was thinking at the time, I probably should just do this in the garage because it's not that far away from the garage. Not like I'm saving myself a lot of time. I don't think I can get close enough. There's no way I'm going to get close enough. I'm going to have to... What am I going to have to do? I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I'm not deleting the logs and starting over. That's something I'm not doing. Although that would probably be the most efficient way of doing it. I'm not doing that. I have to get those logs out of the way or get the truck out of the way. I'm going to try to just pull them a little bit closer this way, the farther ones. Oh, hard drive swap didn't go well. Oh no. Overtime last saves are from the end of 2023. Oh no. Yeah, you should have plus cloud data. You know what concerns me is if you load up that data from 2023, it might overwrite the newer data in the cloud. I would be very careful. I mean, I don't know PS4s, but I know with the Xbox, you know, it saves stuff up to the cloud if you got the most basic, you know, Play Pass membership. That I don't know what it is, $5 a month or whatever. But I'd be really concerned that if you load the data from 2023, it's gonna, you know, change the date, and then it's gonna upload that data to the cloud. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, boy, changing hard drives in a console is not something I've ever tried to do. Let's see. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to reach this thing. Probably not going to be able to get those close logs out of the way. I might just have to park over them or something. Oh, I needed to pull closer to pull those logs out of the way, didn't I? Yeah, I'm not quite close enough to get those closer logs. We got two of them over here. Just gonna end up in a ditch. Pull just a little closer to get that last log. I'll have to subscribe, then go straight to cloud for your data. Fingers crossed. Yeah, don't load that data from the old PlayStation. or delete all your user data from the local machine before you restore from the cloud. Again, I don't know how to do any of this stuff on PlayStation. You might want to Google or even Bing for some advice there on that stuff. How soon are you going to get your membership, your online membership? Should be able to squeeze in there for the rest of those. I'm hoping. No, I won't now that I'm not paying attention. Yeah, that's not even straight. Pull this up a little. Back a little, twist it a little, lower it, let it go. Okay. Now, do I have to move those two again? Probably, but they're within range. I should be able to get them both if I'm paying attention. Not worried too much about SnowRunner. Truthfully, wouldn't lose much. And your Minecraft world is its own save file, right? Do you have a... yeah, the slaves on Minecraft are so screwy that they save them to a different place on the drive. It shouldn't be doing that. It does that even on the Xbox, where, you know, same company, they should know better. But maybe it'll save you in the end. The only way to upload your Minecraft world to the quote-unquote cloud is to buy a server from Mojang for another $5 a month or something, and then upload it to that personal realm, they call it. Yeah, this is why I stopped playing Minecraft a long time ago, because Mojang really does not know what they're doing. They really, really do not know what they're doing. From somebody that wrote commercial software for many decades and was a product manager and stuff, you know, in charge of software products for many decades, I cannot believe how bad Mojang is in terms of being a software developer. They're just horrific, absolutely horrific. I will never play Minecraft again. I uninstalled everything. I cannot take it. It's a great game, but the amount of bugs they have, and the amount of bugs, their source control is horrible. They'll fix a bug in one version, and then it'll come back out again in the next version because they've clashed their different, you know, they didn't save it in multiple places. They didn't merge the code properly. It's just, they are the worst. They are the worst. They may be the worst software company I've ever seen. I mean, I just, that's how much I think of them. I just think they're absolutely horrible as a company, as a software development company. And I know gaming software companies aren't that great. You know, they have C++ code and they have the Java code, and the problem is that the Java tail is wagging the C++ dog, and the developers on Java, they're the ones in charge of the design, so they set their deadlines based on what they can do in Java, and Java's a lot faster to program. And so you end up, they're just messed up. They can't coordinate their efforts, because then they tell the C++ people, oh, you need to get this feature done in a week because we can do it in Java in a week. And I'm sure that the people in charge that are the Java people don't know anything about C++ source code control either, even though they always mess up their Java files as well. Yeah, they're just, don't get me started is what I'm saying. I got myself started, that's okay. I can get myself started. Just don't want anyone else to get me started. Wait a minute, I think you actually did get me started. It's all your fault, Squirrel. You got me started. Okay. Stop! That's how you stop. Stop my engine. I've tried to not really let loose on Minecraft and Mojang. I've said a few things here and there, but this is the most I've let loose on my feelings about that company on stream. I've said things on Discord. I quit the game once, and for a while, and then decided, well, you know, I'll go back to it because they're adding things, and I wanted to do a playthrough on stream. So I did a playthrough on stream, and they changed the game around so that they made it much harder for me to use the same world, because I have a long-term world that I'm doing a playthrough on. And because they don't know what they're doing, they can't handle large files. And so I have to keep my world size to a minimum. And I explored that world, and they added new features, and they didn't add them for existing worlds. You can only get them if you explore new areas of your world. Well, I have a long-term world, and I can't explore new areas because there's no space to explore new features, because my save file will crash. And, you know, if I build a new world, that's not exactly a long-term playthrough. And that's just a design decision. They could have easily made it so that these features were available in old worlds, but they didn't. They decided they want to encourage new worlds and exploration. Well, that just you know, hurts people that want to keep their existing worlds. Because they want to encourage new worlds doesn't mean everybody wants to play that way. Anyway, yes, I'm very emotional right now about these logs. I'm letting it out on Minecraft. Okay, I got 10 minutes to get this loaded before I take my next break. Hopefully I'll be able to at least get them loaded. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them delivered this episode, but I'm going to get them loaded. Let's catch up. I feel that my world in question is almost 2 years old and definitely pushing memory issues. Yeah, because they don't know what they're doing. Oh, they're so awful. 1 gig is about max file size. You can hit before stability becomes an issue. I know. And I don't know if that's because the Java tail is wagging the C++ dog. In case you guys don't know, Java is the original version that's the 20-some plus years old that was built just for PC. Also, there's a Linux and a Mac version of the Java. But then the version that's available now on PCs, consoles, the like universal version, the multiplayer cross-platform version, that's built in C++. And if you don't know between Java and C++ plus what the differences are, in short, Java is a very fast prototyping language, but it's very inefficient. And building a game like Minecraft in Java was a ridiculous thing in the first place, but it made a couple people billionaires, so I guess it was a good idea from that aspect. But from a technical aspect, well, they knew they couldn't possibly do it in Java on both iOS, which I don't even think has a Java runtime engine, and Android, and all the consoles that they wanted to do it in. So they decided they were going to create a new version in C++, which is cool. But they have the same company trying to do both, and all the people that are in charge are people that have been there for, or been working on the Java version for 20 years, and they don't know C++ programming. They don't know what its limitations are, what its strengths are. You know, and the game was never meant to have 1 gig world files on any platform, certainly not on consoles, and they don't know how to program for consoles. So, yeah, they're just so bad. They're just, and Minecraft owns them. Okay, I got one out of place. It's just the far one. A little too far forward. Okay. Yeah, I'm emotional now. I'm mad at the. You know what? Getting me talking about Minecraft and Mojang has at least gotten me less angry about the logs. So I appreciate that. I no longer care about these logs. I've got other things to complain about. I'm in a bad spot here now. These things on the side. Yeah, that's why I stopped playing Minecraft. I should clip this, except it'll be a 5-minute rant clip, and put it on my YouTube channel as an explainer for why I stopped playing Minecraft. This button, hit the right button. Now watch, I moved the other ones too far forward. I bet I got this first one a little bit too far forward now. So let's find out. This out of the way. And I need fuel, but that's okay. I'm right by the garage. Yep, I moved the first one too far. It's so, you gotta move it so ridiculously far back. Oh, what a comedy of errors this has been. No, not your trunk repair supplies, my trunk repair supplies, which I don't have any of. All right, well, I got 21 gallons of fuel to get this done. Otherwise, I have to go back. Well, I got the other truck. I could bring a fuel truck over here. Crane mode. Yeah, in case you're wondering whether you know, they just don't like PlayStation because they're owned by Minecraft. Minecraft can't do any, or Microsoft can't do anything about it. Apparently, they haven't anyway. What they really should do is fire all the Mojang senior staff. I'm not going to name any names, that everyone knows who I'm talking about if you know anything about Minecraft. And bring in their own people. Now, that's not Microsoft's strength, to be honest. Microsoft's strength is buying out other companies. So that they do really well. Actual software development, they're not their big thing. But they could hire people to do a much better job than Mojang's been doing with the game. Oh, thought I had it. I'm gonna actually grab both of these and move them back because I have a feeling I'm gonna bump the other one if I don't. All right, that should do it. Now it's going to tell me that those two are too far back, right? Oh, sorry, folks. Just really frustrated, and I'm letting it show. If I was playing another game that had save files, I would have just scrapped this whole episode. Restored from save and start over again, but... All right. There! Finally! Now, let's stop the engine. Because I'm at 48 minutes. This is a good time to stop. But I can talk about, what I can do is actually draw this out, which is going to be, this is going to be a very difficult delivery to make. And then I still have to get those other 6 logs loaded into this trailer. But yeah, this is a screwy thing to get to. I have to come around here, and then how do I get here again? I don't even remember how I get here. Oh, it's up here and then all the way down there. Right. This is a very difficult place to go. And I have to somehow back the trailer out too once I get the logs delivered. So I might have to take another truck up there, to be honest, and winch to this truck and just pull it back, because I'm not sure how maneuverable it is. And this slope is dangerous, very tippy with the logs. This is probably the most difficult. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that this is the most difficult delivery yet in the game as of this point. It's a very difficult delivery to make, and I've got about the best trucks you can do to make it in, but it's still a very difficult delivery. Getting logs up this slope is very, very difficult. I remember watching Wessel on Wheels do this. Shout out to Wessel, by the way, who, as far as I know, doesn't play Minecraft. And yeah, it was a big comedy getting the logs up there, but he wasn't trying. He did load them manually because he's playing hard mode. He didn't want to pay to load them. So I'm pretty sure he loaded them manually, but he just did it one load at a time, and that wasn't the hard part. It is the difficult part because of that loading location being so that logging station being so hard to manually load from. But anyway, all right, that's the path. This is pointing north. Take your screenshots now. I am at almost 51 minutes, so I am going to take a break here, a well-deserved break, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I'll take a break for Twitch. For those of you watching on YouTube, that'll be it for this YouTube episode. SnowRunner runs on my YouTube channel every day at noon, U.S. Central Time. So you get to stop in every day of the week and watch a brand new episode of Roll Cage in his old man anger management clinic. Anyway, all right, folks. SnowRunner, noon, U.S. Central Time. That's almost always 6 p.m., 1800 hours in the UK, and almost never 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand, though it would be if it wasn't for daylight savings time. So it's plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year. Which, again, stick around, just taking a short break. YouTube, next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.